my big aim was to canoe around Ireland in a small homemade canoe that I'd made myself, kind of timber and canvas. And I'd got up as far as Dundalk Bay, and that's 10 miles wide. But to follow the contour of the land, it would be 30 miles, be going in, up and then out, which would be the safer thing to do, but much longer. So I felt I'll try point to point, and so about halfway across the bay, the wind began to blow up. The sea was getting rough, and it was getting rougher as it was going on, and I was still, I suppose, maybe 3 miles from the northern shore. And well, I was sort of hanging on, but things were getting very dicey, all right, and the waves were big and coming behind me. So at one stage, I was going up in the air. It was like being on a horse and going over Beecher's Brook or something. And then I was thrown forward, thrown out of the canoe, capsized and down into the water. And as that happened to me, well, I shouted out, Jesus. Now, it was surprise, shock, but it wasn't a curse, you know. It was even a plea, like. So anyway, I went down into the water. It was dark, I felt, but then I realized I had my eyes closed. You're going down quite a while and then coming up, eventually you break water again, and I saw the canoe was ahead of me, upside down, and I swam after it and tried to get back into it, but I couldn't, because it was a light canoe, and when I grabbed one side, it would just turn over on top of me. So I hung on to the back of it, and well, I'd been out that morning for a few hours already on the bay, and I'd seen no boats whatsoever. And I was wondering, there might be nobody coming around here now. I hadn't seen anything. And so after, I think, maybe an hour, I was beginning to get cold and kind of wondering what was happening or what was going to happen. And I was looking around for Jesus. I said, I called you, you can't walk on the water. You're not coming anywhere. So then I saw something in the distance. It could have been a barrel, because the sea was going up and down, and I was going up and down too. So when you were up, you could see something like a barrel. I thought first, a big barrel. And then I said it could be a boat, but I didn't want to be raising hopes. So when it came nearer, I saw it was a boat, a fishing boat. And there was a man in front and a man behind. Quite a solid boat, like a big one. And they were coming for me, all right. So when they came alongside me, they reached down, I reached up, but our hands could not meet. I was too low, they were too high. So the fellow in charge, the skipper, he said, hold on, we'll come around the other side of you, and when the sea pushes us over, we'll grab you. And he had a boat hook in his hand, so I hope he wasn't going to grab me with that. So anyway, they did that maneuver, and they pulled me into the boat. And I was kind of collapsing then a bit, so they just put me in the bottom of the boat, and the younger fellow, he wrapped a Ganzi around me because I was stripped to my swimming togs at that time. And so the boss man, he said, who are you? And I said, I'm a priest. Oh, Jesus, I say, maybe the fishing will improve now that we've caught a priest. So, and then I said, and who are you? And he said, well, my name is Joseph. Ah, I said, Jesus hadn't time to come, but he sent his dad and his best friend, Peter. So Peter, Peter was the name of the younger fellow, just the two of them. And they had come out for me, fair dues to them, you know, because he said, you know, we saw the storm coming up, and once we run for shore, they had been fishing. We never turn back. I don't ever look back. But today I did look back and I saw you. And this man, Joseph, he had only one eye. He could only see with one eye, the patch over the other eye. The younger man said, there's nothing there, I don't see anything. But the older man did. So I was lucky. The Sistine Chapel has this marvelous painting where when you go in you see it up over there, and I think there's God the Father and God the Son, like they're reaching towards each other, but I think they're not quite touching. And so that just reminded me of what we were trying to do there until they caught me. And yeah, I suppose a little bit with hindsight too, I could see that I was saved. And Joseph, he said to me, you know, somebody was praying for you, because I never turn around normally. So something made me turn around today, and I saw you.